Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is 17th May 2020 and it's also the month of Ramadan. We will inshallah be starting a new topic which is Ismut tafdeel. Ismut tafdeel. Just like we have Ismul Fa'il, Ismul Maf'ul, we also have something called Ismut tafdeel. And in a nutshell, what is Ismut tafdeel? Basically, it's a word. It's a noun, first of all, because it's ism, it's not a verb, it's not a fi'l. It's a noun which shows something like a quality or attribute to a greater extent either in a person or a thing. Now that definition might sound a bit complicated, but if you look at the examples, you will very quickly inshallah understand. So let's just look at these examples. Let's make this bigger. So you have, let's just take this example first, a nice and easy one. Akbar. Akbar means bigger, not big, but bigger. The word kabir means big. So as you can see, Akbar is Ismut tafdeel. It shows something to a greater extent. So kabir simply means big. Akbar means bigger. We also have another example, asghar. Saghir means small. So Saghir is not Ismut tafdeel. Asghar is Ismut tafdeel. Asghar means smaller. Let's just take another example now. Let's take this example. Asra'u. Asra', which means faster, swifter. And we also have a word sari', like in the Quran. Inna Allaha sari'ul hisab. Sari' means fast. Whereas asra', it's faster, swifter, basically. Aqrab. Aqrab means more nearer. And qareeb, like we have al-baytu qareebun, it simply means near. So I hope you're getting the hang of Ismut tafdeel. And you will also notice that all the Ismut tafdeel we have covered, including these as well, like ahsan, more beautiful, prettier, akthar, greater, more, akbar, asghar, aqrab, arham, like we have arhamur rahimin, the most merciful of the merciful. So rahim means merciful, arham, more merciful. You will notice that they are all on one pattern, on the pattern of af'al. So this is the pattern of Ismut tafdeel, af'al. This is the pattern for singular and masculine. Let us now look at the paradigm of Ismut tafdeel. So here's the paradigm. You will notice we've got singular, dual, plural. Wahid, tathniya, jam'. Then we've got masculine, feminine. Mudhakkar, mu'annath. So the paradigm starts from here. Ajmalu, then the dual. Ajmalani, ajmalaini. And you've got three plurals for the mudhakkar. Ajmaluna, ajmalina, ajamil. Ajmaluna, as you know, is a sound plural, nominative case. Ajmalina is accusative and genitive case. Ajamil is the broken plural. So all this is basically the masculine. So if you had akbar, akbaru, akbarani, akbaraini, akbaruna, akbarina, akabir. What's the feminine? The feminine pattern is fu'la. So you have jumla, jumla, okay, written like this with a ya. Jumla, jumlayani, jumlayaini. And two plurals, jumlayat and jumal. So if you had akbar, the whole paradigm will be, let's just do it from asghar. Asghar, asgharani, asgharaini. Asgharuna, asgharina, asaghir. Sughra. We then have sughra, sughrayani, sughrayaini, sughrayat and sughar. Note that it's on the pattern of fu'al. Fu'al, so jumal, sughar. What I'd like you to do now is pause the video and practice the paradigm from these 6 which are below. A'qal, more intelligent. Ahkam, afdal. A'lam, more knowledgeable. Like we say, Allahu a'lam. Asghar, smaller. A'dal, adil means just, like the king is just, the king is fair. A'dal, even more fair or fairer. So I'd like you to pause the video and practice the ismu tafdeel using these 6 nouns at the bottom. This exercise is quite straightforward. Let's just do 1 or 2. So you have number 1, root letters are these, make ismu tafdeel. Very simple. It will be ahsan. Let's just take number 2, sheen, kaf and ra. You have to make ismul fa'il. So fa'il, shakir, shakir. These are, we will assume that they are from thulathi mujarrad. And then you will have this one, kaf, ba and ra, make sifatul mushabbaha. We have not covered sifatul mushabbaha formally, but these are nouns on the pattern of fa'il. Fa'il, so very simple. Kabir, this will be kabir, and so on. So do complete this exercise before moving on. So you need to know the pattern of ismul tafdeel, ismul fa'il, sifatul mushabbaha, and you've also got ismul maf'ul examples as well, which will come on the pattern of maf'ul. Now you've got an idea of what ismul tafdeel is. We are now going to look at how to use ismul tafdeel. The English for ismul tafdeel is the elative. So how are we going to use ismul tafdeel, i.e. the elative? Let's focus on this example. So you've got Zaydun a'lamu min Khalidin. Zaydun a'lamu min Khalidin. The word in red is ismul tafdeel. Usually, not always, but many a time, especially when you are comparing, and that brings me to this, that ismul tafdeel is used either to compare or in a superlative form, either in a comparative form or a superlative form. So this example here, Zaydun a'lamu min Khalid, it is basically comparative form. We are comparing. So what does it mean? Zayd, and you'll put the separator here because Zayd is mubtada, the remainder of the sentence is the khabar. Okay, so Zayd is a'lamu, more knowledgeable. Now normally min harful jar we translate as from. Kharajtu min al-bayti, I came out from the house. But when you have min after an ismu tafdeel, how will you translate it? You will translate it with this word, dhan, as you can see. So the translation will be Zaydun a'lamu min Khalid. Zayd is. Between mubtada and khabar, we put is. Zayd is more knowledgeable than Khalid. Naturally, Khalid is in genitive case because of min harful jar. Something else you will notice is that ismut tafdeel, this particular ismut tafdeel in this example, although it doesn't have alif lam, it is not a'lamun. It's a'lamu. So basically it's got no tanween. The reason for this is that ismu tafdeel, all of them are basically, yes, you've guessed it, ghayrul munsarif. Ghayrul munsarif are those nouns which do not contain A, tanween, and B, kasra. The kasra is replaced by a fatha, what we call a single fatha. So this is basically a a simple example of using ismut tafdeel, using ismut tafdeel in what we call the comparative form, to compare. So we have compared Zayd to Khalid. So Zayd is more knowledgeable in this example. So Zayd has been given preference. In terminology, in Arabic grammar terminology, you will call Zayd mufaddal. Mufaddal is a ismul maf'ul from faddala yufaddilu, given preference. Okay. In the Quran, we have the verb tilka rusulu faddalna ba'dahum. Faddalna, verb number 14, fa'il madhi, faddala yufaddilu, to give preference. Naturally, a'lam is the ismu tafdeel, very straightforward. Min is harful jar, the preposition, and who you are giving preference over is known as the mufaddal alayh. So Zayd is mufaddal, Khalid is mufaddal alayh. So this terminology is important. Do remember it, do learn it, and do apply it whenever you say ismut tafdeel. If ismut tafdeel is being used to compare, always look for the mufaddal and mufaddal alayh. Moving on, this rule here is worth noting because it will come again and again, that when you use ismut tafdeel to compare, we will always use one ismut tafdeel, which is the singular and masculine form, i.e. af'al, the af'al form. We'll look at a few examples and then you will appreciate this rule better. So let's just look at this example. The first one, Muhammadun akbaru min Hamidin. So first of all, Muhammad is mufaddal, Hamid is mufaddal alayh, Akbar is ismut tafdeel, and if you notice there is no tanween because ismut tafdeel is ghayrul munsarif. So there is no tanween here, as you can see. And then you've got that min, and the min after ismut tafdeel, it means what? Come on, dhan. So Muhammadun akbaru min Hamidin. Muhammad is, so the separator will go here. Muhammad is akbaru, bigger than Khalid. So this is quite straightforward, and the rule I just mentioned, you won't really see it in this example because mufaddal and mufaddal alayh both are masculine, so you won't really see it. But look at example number 2. Fatimatu akbaru min Khadija. And because Khadija is ghayrul munsarif, no tanween, no kasra. In place of kasra, single fatha. So Fatima is the mufaddal, and Fatima is feminine. Khadija is mufaddal alayh, given preference over. You've got the min here, basically. And now, let's look at the rule. Let's apply the rule here. The rule is that it does not matter whether the mufaddal and mufaddal alayh are feminine, masculine, even dual, and even plural. When you are comparing, this is really important to remember, it only applies in comparative form. When you are comparing, the ismut tafdeel will always remain singular and masculine. So you will say, Fatimatu akbaru min Khadijata. You will not say, Fatimatu kubra min Khadija. You will say, Fatimatu akbaru min Khadija. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to look at number 3, where you've got mufaddal dual and mufaddal alayh plural. Number 4, mufaddal plural. This is also plural. And then you've got here plural feminine. And despite that, it still remains a'lam, singular and masculine. So this is a very important rule because ismut tafdeel in the comparative form is used a lot. So do take time and study this page carefully and look at the notes at the bottom. It's everything which I have just explained. Also, before we conclude, in particular, do note point number 4, that when you are using ismut tafdeel to compare, min is placed after the ismut tafdeel, which gives this meaning than. So this is very important. So when you are using ismut tafdeel to compare, where you have a mufaddal alayh, like in, let's just take example number 5. at the top. Let's just take this example number 5, this one. Let's just rub this off. So you have الطالبات أعلم من التجار. The students, i.e. the female students, are more knowledgeable than التجار, the merchants, the businessmen. So can you see, whenever you have comparative form, you will always have ism tafdeel after, you will have min harful jar after the ism tafdeel. Moving on now, this is the second type of usage for ism tafdeel, what we call the superlative form. The superlative form. This video does not look at the superlative form. We will look at this in the next video. For now, let us just focus on ism tafdeel, the paradigm, what ism tafdeel is, and also using ism tafdeel in the comparative form. Also, before we conclude, if you turn to page 8 of your handout, you will see a basic conclusion. So you've got some terminology here. Ism tafdeel, there's something called mufaddal alay. You should be familiar with that. And if you notice, ism tafdeel and mufaddal alay, they have all got the same root letters, fa, dad, and lam. This second point here in the conclusion, the note, is very important. So if you first look at this number 1 and then look at number 2 carefully. So if you pause the video and just look at these 2 examples, you will notice that in Khalidun a'lamu, it's a mubtada khabar. It's a mubtada and khabar, like it says here. Khalid is a'lamu, most knowledgeable. Khalid is most knowledgeable. Ignore the. Khalid is most knowledgeable. Now, if you look at this, so Khalid is ma'rifa, a'lam is nakira, indefinite. So it's a mubtada khabar. However, if you have the word Khalid and then not nakira but ma'rifa, al-a'lamu, this now is not mubtada khabar. Rather, this is mawsoof and a'lamu is sifat. It's al-murakkabu tawsifi. Khalid, the most knowledgeable. And then you have to bring a khabar. So this could be a mubtada. And you could say, for example, jalisun. Khalid, the most knowledgeable, is sitting. So do appreciate this, that when you have this type of structure, Khalidun a'lamu, it's basically mubtada and khabar. And when you have both ma'rifa, Khalidun al-a'lamu, and you're supposed to pray and say this, Khalidunil a'lamu, it's an incomplete sentence, is al-murakkabu tawsifi. So do be aware of this. Moving from here, this exercise, which is on page number 9, you can attempt those examples which are comparative. So you can attempt number 1 and number 2. You can also attempt number 5, and you can also attempt number 8 and number 11. So basically you can attempt a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do these examples. The teacher will inshallah cover these examples first. Number 1, 2, 5, 8 and 11. And then we will move on to the superlative form later once you are more confident with the comparative form. Also, if you look on the following page, page number 10, you've got various examples. Number 1, you can do it. Number 2 is superlative. Number 3, you can do it as well. Some of these examples, it's a mixed exercise like it says at the top. Some of these examples will not have ism tafdeel, like number 3 and number 4. So this you can attempt. Number 5 as well. Number 6 as well. Number 7 as well. And number 8 and number 9. And then number 11 as well. and number 13 as well, and number 14. So most of this exercise you can attempt it. The only ones which you will not do now is number 2, number 10, and number 12. The rest, mashallah, you can do them very straightforward. So once we've done the exercise on page number 9, we will move on to this exercise, which is on page number 10. At the same time, there is some more revision here. You've got here madagha, then you got ماضي مجهول مضغ, مضارع معروف يمضغ, مضارع مجهول يمضغ, and then الفعل الأمر number 7, الحاضر المعروف امضغ. So then you've got عاد. So you have to make the majhul of عاد, which will be on the pattern of قيل, عيد. Okay, and then يعود, and then يعاد on the pattern of يقال, because عاد يعود قال يقول, and then you have قل. So you will have in this column عد, عد, عودا, عودو, عودي, عودا, عدنا, and so on. And number 3, you've got lana. Now this is from ضرب يضرب. So always remember one example. باع يبيع. So you've got lana, يلين. So باع is بيع. So this will be lina. This will be yalinu. This will be yulanu, yuba'u. And then you have bi'. So this will be lin. Lin. This will be lin, and so on. So these exercises, they need to be completed. They are very important. And inshallah, in the next video, we will go back to the superlative form and cover that. Jazakallah. Do watch this video 2-3 times so you become confident with ismut tafdeel, how to use it in the comparative form, and you become familiar with ismut tafdeel and various sentences. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.